Hello everyone, greetings brave warriors and welcome all to yet another Imperia Online World Cup podcast. I am Mitko.
And I'm Vicky.
We're broadcasting live on YouTube from Imperia Online headquarters. Today is day 5 of the World Cup group stage.
Yes, Mitko, today we face the first of the two weekends the nations will have at their disposal to win place in their groups, which guarantees them direct qualification for the grand finals. Only the best 30 teams will have the honor to compete for the title Imperia Online World Champion in less than 10 days. So, what we're going to look at today is the statistics for the past 24 hours in the group stage. We'll comment on the events and we'll check out the expelled players as well, because we have new and interesting political decisions in some of the leading alliances. How are the Arabian nations doing so far in the World Cup group stage? An interview with Romel Eldaya, the Arabian community manager who tracks these nations' development closely. We will also talk Blitz with Luteum Pavlic, who will report about Croatia's first war with Portugal. We'll give out the reward for yesterday's question, and since the subscribers for our channel are already 2,100, this reward will be 1,000 diamonds and not 100 only.
Ding ding.
You can thank Mitko for this idea. We will ask a new question and we will raise the stakes again for the next rewards. So stay tuned. Now we are going to start, of course, with the statistics for the last 24 hours. And after that, we're going to go through some thoughts that Mitko has on them. So, I'm going to start, as usual, with the top 10 nations by net worth points. And then we're going to look at some wars declared in the last 24 hours. So, the top 10 teams, ordered by their net worth points, are led by Brazil, with 7,414,000 net worth points. Then we've got Turkey with a lot less, 4 million and almost 600,000 net worth points. The third spot goes to Croatia with 3,383,000.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Vicky, but I'm seeing some interesting reactions to your hairstyle by the gentlemen in the live stream chat. Looks like they like your new hair color.
I'm very glad to hear this. This is an accidental color, by the way. I just want to mention this, but it looks like it has been made this way on purpose. Thank you all for noticing. So, now that we've gone through the interesting thing that my hair is today, I will just continue with the top 10 teams ordered by net worth points. We've already gone through Brazil, Turkey and Croatia. The fourth spot belongs to Romania, then Russia, Iran, Italy, Greece, Bulgaria and Poland. When looking at their military points, Brazil is still in the lead. It has 21,980 military points. Then we've got Russia, Romania, Peru, Bulgaria, Italy, the UK, Ukraine, the US and Greece. Of course, everyone is interested in the wars that have been declared in the last 24 hours. I'm not sure if it comes as a surprise for you, but Brazil declared yet another war on Russia. You maybe remember that yesterday Brazil won a war against Russia. Today we've got a new one, yet another clash of the titans. And we are going to see tomorrow how they did and if Brazil won again or if Russia is actually getting up on their feet against this huge threat that Brazil is at the moment. We're also seeing wars declared in the 24 hours by Albania against Sweden and Paraguay against Azerbaijan. So something else that we can always look at is the top 10 teams ordered by number of attacks against other players. So a pretty, let's say, aggressive nations. We've got Peru in the lead with 328 attacks against other players. Then we've got Brazil with 274, then Ukraine 262, and then the fourth spot belongs to Ecuador, the fifth one to Bulgaria, then Spain, Argentina, Germany, the UK, and Chile. Top 10 teams depending on their attacks against NPCs. Croatia at the first spot with
Big
more than
surprise
five,
again.
with more than
Yeah,
5,000. What did Juan promise yesterday? That Spain will not.
Go to war with anyone.
Yeah. So
I seriously doubt about that, but we will comment on.
Well, so
on
far
it,
he's keeping his
later. Well,
his promise.
the key word is so
So
far.
far, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting and important to notice, to
Yeah.
note this. So Croatia has more than 5,000 attacks against NPCs, Bulgaria with 3,785, then Serbia, Russia, Argentina, Romania, Turkey, Poland, Peru, and Spain at the 10th spot. Pretty much similar to the number of net worth points. Well, not that actually, but the ranking of most pillages is led again by Brazil. They have made 99 pillages already. This means tomorrow Brazil will have over 100 pillages.
We surely hope so.
Yeah, they will. They will.
Yeah.
Bulgaria has 52 pillages.
Yes.
Then we've got Russia with 39, and the other 7 spots go to Ecuador, Croatia, Peru, Paraguay, Portugal, Lithuania, and Azerbaijan.
Something is happening with Brazilians and the Bulgarians. I think they definitely want to prove themselves. In
Both
this
of
stage
those nations, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
and probably convince everyone that they are the most evil fiends in the group stage. But we know they are good guys.
Yeah. Well, let's see how
Good guys
they
who like
keep
to
on
pillage everyone.
I'm a little worried, by the way, about Serbia. I am not. Of course, this is something you're going to comment on. I
Yeah.
just wanted to mention that I'm not seeing them very strongly in the rankings. So, top 10 teams with most fortress sieges. We've got Croatia,
Yes.
just as we saw with their attacks against NPCs. Croatia with more than 5,000 fortress sieges. Bulgaria with 3,854. Then Serbia, there we go, a little appearance from Serbia here as well, 3,555. Then Argentina, Russia, Romania, Turkey, Poland, Peru, and Spain at the 10th spot. Similar, not that similar, but Spain is present in the top 10 teams with the most field battles as well. Spain is again at the 10th spot, but the first spot here belongs not to Brazil, not to Croatia, but to Ecuador, with 80 field battles already. The second place is occupied by Peru with 48 field battles. The third spot belongs to Bulgaria with 47, and then we've got Brazil, France, Ukraine, Hungary, Italy, Greece, and as I already mentioned, Spain. And now we can look at the declared wars.
Yeah, just before you look at the declared wars, I'm tracking the chat, the
yes.
live stream, and I want to respond. I saw what Michael Schofield wrote. He wrote to us, "I want diamonds because I subscribed from 5 accounts." Okay,
Whoa.
Michaels, you will not get diamonds, but you will get something a lot more, because I would like to ask you to be a guest in one of our next shows and to comment on the things in the World Cup group stage on Skype. So if you don't mind, we can make some arrangements, and next week you could be our guest here live in the show.
Yeah, it's very obvious that Michael Schofield is one of our very resourceful
Devoted
viewers and
viewers,
devoted,
yeah.
yeah. So, just to mention the top 10 teams with most wars declared. Of course, this is just day 5, not that many wars have already been declared and concluded, but we've got the first, let's see, the first 4 spots occupied by 4 nations that have taken part in 2 wars each. Those are Brazil, Ecuador, Azerbaijan and Russia. Russia is this is not their will, because Brazil just keeps attacking them.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they are here. We've got then with 1 war each, we've got Argentina, Lithuania, Sweden, Croatia, Paraguay and Portugal.
Yeah.
And now we look at something interesting, because we love drama, of course.
Yes.
But you probably know that there were 48 hours in which the players, the teams, the national teams could expel members of their teams and replace them with reserves, with substitutes. Those 48 hours are over, but on the finals we're going to give yet another chance to the national teams to make some replacements in their teams. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to repeat the word teams, but we've got 35 nominations for expulsions. This is a pretty huge number. A lot of teams wanted to remove players from their own little group, but of course not all of them passed. We've got 12 players excluded from their teams, and we've got 1 that is still not processed, so it's possible that tomorrow we'll see 13 players that have been removed, but it's still unclear. So the most players that have been nominated for expulsion are from Serbia with 3, Poland tried to remove 3 players as well, and I think that's it. We've got several with 2 players nominated.
Poland tried to remove 3 players from their team.
Yes, they did.
Wow, this is definitely something to think about.
Definitely, yeah. But they actually succeeded with only 1. The other 2 were not removed. So yeah, but something is happening, I guess, in Poland's team as well. So pretty much, just to summarize, something interesting going on here. We've got the Portugals who kicked out Tolstikov, which sounds interesting.
He doesn't sound very
very
Portugal.
very Portuguese.
But then again, we're not specialists
in
in Portugal names, so I don't know what to think about this. Probably it is something that they had to do, but we can only speculate about what happened with the Portugals, considering they were at a I should say a very serious war with Croatia already, and they have a player out, which is after the reserves period.
So this means they really wanted him out.
Yeah, they really wanted him out. There is probably some kind of trouble in the Portuguese team. We tried to reach somebody from the Portugal team to explain what is going on in Portugal, but so far no one wants to talk. We will continue to try to find somebody and clear the situation in Portugal, as well as what's the situation in the Polish team, because seems to me that they continue to try to expel players from their team during the group phase, which is also interesting. Probably
Very
something is going on in the Polish team as well. We will get to the truth.
If one of you is a part of the Polish team, the Polish
Yeah.
national team, or the Portuguese national team, make sure you drop us a line here in chat or as a message in our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we haven't given our email soon
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah.
Imperia.team@gmail.com.
Yes.
Uh,
Pretty easy. I will even write it into the channel.
yeah, you write it. So we mentioned that the Portuguese excluded one of their players, Tolstikov. The Spanish couldn't expel one of those members, one of their members, with just one vote.
Yeah.
That proved to be not enough.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts, Mitko?
Any thoughts? You probably missed this, but we also had quite an interesting situation in the Spanish team, where
What's going on in
they
Spain?
couldn't succeed to expel one of their players with just one vote that they needed, and
Yeah, exactly.
they didn't get. They had 26 votes,
Yes,
and
exactly what I just mentioned.
the player you mentioned it.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
just did.
Sorry.
No
Well,
worries.
sorry, GTR. We will be sure to ask Juan about this situation on Monday.
Juan has a question for us
Yeah.
in chat. He says, I couldn't find the answer. Is it possible that one player has more than one account in the World Cup?
Yes,
Yes.
it is possible.
Yeah, we've talked about this also.
This is allowed. We if it's needed, we will repeat it again.
Of course.
You guys can babysit all the accounts. You can have access to all the accounts on the World Cup without any restrictions whatsoever. This
Yes.
is just for the World Cup.
So, now?
Well, now, Vicky, before we continue with my comments,
Yes.
deeply wise and awesome comments, I would like to remind all our viewers that Imperia online team, along with Grandio, is currently hosting an art challenge, which is called Live, Die, Repeat. We want all of you great artists out there to make for us videos no longer than 30 seconds, which are required to be two-dimensional, to have parallax effects and animations in them. There are some amazing rewards in diamonds waiting for you if you win this challenge. You can find out more about this challenge at the web address you see currently on the screen. Sharpen your pencils, ready your brushes, and get on with it. It will worth it. Okay.
Okay.
Vicky, after this important service message announcement,
Yeah.
as we said, we are now facing the first weekend of the World Cup group stage. The big question for me is what in the world will happen during this weekend?
And will the Russians
Sleep over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tend to do that.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. So, yeah, it will be interesting to know what the Russians will do during this weekend. Well, today I'm going to exclusively consult with my crystal ball about the things to come in the 2 days we will not be here in the studio. So, first of all, the players will probably throw a party because we are not here to annoy them with our babbling, provocations, lies
and giving
and
giving
bad English.
and giving a tribute to some interesting strategies
Yes.
of the Croatians, for
Second,
example.
we will definitely see the first conquered castles and the first influence points gained. It's a bloody time for it. A bunch of countries are nearly ready for this next logical move, and I even know which of these countries are: Brazil, Russia, probably Bulgaria and Italy, Croatia for sure, Romania, and especially Iran, Turkey, and eventually, but very unlikely, Greece. Who can fight who? This is one very interesting statistic which I wanted to share with all of you. I took the liberty to make some calculations and I got pretty interesting results from them. I looked at the leading teams in each group and calculated which of them are in range of each other at the moment to declare wars. We can even put them on the screens so the viewers can see them. Group 1: Poland, Germany, Peru, Egypt and Ukraine can all declare war on each other. 5 nations fighting for 3 places, going for the finals. So there will be a massacre in Group 1 during the weekend, I'm sure of it. Group 2: only Brazil and Russia. Will the Russians strike back at the South American giant? Not likely, because the Brazilians have obviously decided to beat them to the ground until what? They go to sleep?
Well, probably the heavy weekend comes.
Yeah, we all hope to see what will happen in the weekend. Probably two more wars declared by the Brazilians. We will see. Group 3: Bulgaria can technically assault the Philippines as well as Argentina, but I seriously doubt about it. Group 4, my favorite group so far: Italy, France, Georgia, Czech Republic. The most interesting group in this phase so far, since I think these nations, with the exception of Italy, probably are not ready to conquer castles yet. I think they will try to fight each other and remove the competition the old-fashioned way, and we all what the old-fashioned way is. I mean, who needs a castle when you can go to war and pillage, destroy, stomp and kill your enemy, listening to the lamentations of their women? Yeah. Well, Group 5.
That's a vivid picture.
Yes, Group 5.
Group 5.
Thank you. Group 5. Will Croatia punish Bosnia and Herzegovina like they did with the Portugals? By the way, punishment is the last word I would use for this war, as it was a very close one. By the way, again, well done Portugals for not bowing to the defending world champions. Never bow to Croatia, because they are liars. I don't think
We still love them.
Yeah, but we still love them. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the Croatians are feeling in any way threatened by Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think they don't feel threatened by the Portugals either, but they could probably try to gain some fighting experience as long as they can. Who knows? Group 6. My friend Juan, the happy farmer, should be feeling pretty nervous, as all the countries from first to fifth place could declare war on Spain, Romania, Iran, Hungary and Mexico. Vicky, this is the second, by the way, this is the second group after Group 4, which turns out to be pretty interesting. Good luck, by the way, Juan. You are going to need it.
Well,
Group 7.
yeah.
Turkey will not go to war with anybody. Congratulations, guys, for being the boring team and the most boring group in the group stage so far. But the next 5 teams in this group, Uruguay, Macedonia, Latvia, Canada, and India, all have chances for the rest of the places in the finals, as well as they are in range to destroy each other. Group 8. Serbia and Colombia will definitely try not to kill each other, I'm sure of it. But I am not sure about the next 4 teams: Ecuador, Lithuania, Israel, and Azerbaijan. Considering how aggressively Ecuador started in this group, all the rest of these countries should be very careful not to piss them off.
Yeah, they were one of the surprises in the group phase.
In Group 9, Greece can potentially fight with everyone until 5th place. United Kingdom, United States, Kuwait, Venezuela, but what for? I think the Greeks will just sit back and enjoy the show in their group, and this show will be the fight for the next 2 places between UK, US, and eventually Kuwait, who turn out to be the next surprise, probably in the World Cup group stage. So all in all, we will have wars and conquered castles, probably crying people, burning villages, and much fun during the weekend, Vicky. And now I will try to call Luteum, because he has to explain us how the he has to explain us how they went, how things went against Portugal. I'm sorry, my English is terrible today, but it doesn't matter. We have Luteum here with us on Skype. Hi, Luteum.
Hi, Mitko.
Nice to hear you and see you again, along with your flag. Aren't you getting tired of showing off?
No.
No. You will continue to show this flag.
Of course.
I wonder what would happen if the Portugal had beaten you guys.
There was no way they could beat us.
Really?
Yes.
Allow me to disagree, because the war result was pretty close, by the way.
Oh, I know, but it's better I don't say what I think now.
Okay. So, did the war...
I can say it if you want.
Yes, say it.
Well, you tried to induce wars in many groups through the podcasts, which is okay, because this is a war game.
Oh.
But you have a rule which negates all your intentions to see big wars and great battles.
Well, enlighten me.
What?
What the rule is? What is this rule?
It's an evasion rule, which allow players to send their army for maximum 12 hours to walk. And it makes from this game a travel agency, not war game, which we remember for his great history.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I think I beg to differ, and I think that these nations will kill each other, and when they do, you will owe me big time. They will prove you wrong.
No, they won't.
Okay. So, Luteum, Did the first war with Portugal go the way you wanted to?
We won it. Of course, it went
This
great.
that was your plan to win it. Well, how come?
Yes, and I
Yeah,
wanted to use this opportunity to laud our best female player,
yeah.
which turned out the outcome of this war.
Oh,
Her name is Diana. Account name is Untsutica.
yes, we all know Diana.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just to take this opportunity.
okay. Well, you won, but Portugal scored a lot of points.
Well, that was because of our mistakes.
Oh,
Three
because of your.
mistakes, and
Well,
they
well,
haven't done anything.
yeah, I know. You are only humans. Sometimes you make mistakes
Of
also.
course.
Yeah, you are not machines, despite you want to be.
Well, I haven't made mistakes. My teammates. I am machine.
Okay, okay, I rest my case, Lucian. See, Vicky, Lucian said that he doesn't make mistakes, only his team makes mistakes. He is a machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can agree
So,
that
ladies
he's
and
a
gentlemen, we
machine.
have news. Lucian is not a human, he's a machine. Yeah.
We should ban him for being a bot.
For using automatic devices to further his goals. Yeah, that's an idea. We will look into this. Okay, Lucian, you won, but why did you declare this war?
Oh, we declared war to Portugal so our team could have material for today's podcast.
You mean for yesterday's podcast, probably, or for today?
Anyway,
Oh,
yesterday's
so
today's.
you wanted people to see you on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there are other different reasons for you. By the way,
No, there's not.
you wanted to prove some kind of point that you are not farmers, but
Yes,
you can fight, probably. Well,
maybe.
if you still haven't convinced me. By the way. This is just one war. You have to probably win 100 wars. So you can convince me that you guys can fight.
We can fight. You'll see it on the main World
I know.
Cup.
I know. Okay, according to my calculations, by the way, Bosnia is the other country still in range of Croatia in your group. What are you guys going to do with them? Or it doesn't matter if I ask or not, you will lie to me.
Well, we definitely won't declare war to Bosnia and Herzegovina
Yeah.
because they are our neighbors and we
Uh-huh.
know a big amount of their players.
You
And
know,
as one of
you
my
know them personally,
yes,
and you won't declare war to them because they're. I don't believe you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you shouldn't believe what Lucian say at all. He's been already proven as a deceiver and the evil fiend and machine. Yeah.
oh, you haven't left me any choice yes, before 3 days.
I know. I know.
I couldn't say we will declare it because we already arranged a war
I know.
before.
I know, Lucian. Okay, a weekend is coming. Will Croatia conquer its first castle?
No, we will let Portugal to conquer it, and then we will take it from them, so you could again have material for your podcast. And also, we won't take it through the weekend because we want to sympathize with Russians.
You you want to sleep as well.
Yes.
During the whole weekend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of news from the defending world champions. By the way, okay, Lucian. So you will sleep. You will not conquer. You will let the Portugals conquer your castle, so you can take it from them, and then what? You can make materials for my show.
Yes.
I don't believe you are expecting some kind of reward for all of this. probably, because you won't get it.
No,
No.
we don't expect any rewards.
Lucia, thank you very much for your funny comments and answers. We will see what you will guys do during the weekend. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and good luck to the Croatians.
Thank you for calling me, and bye.
Bye. Have a nice day. All right, Vicky.
Yes, please summarize.
What is there to summarize? So the Croatians.
Well, the news.
The
We've got some news.
yeah, the Croatians will probably not go to war with Bosnia and Herzegovina during the weekend because they are their neighbors. They love them. They know them personally. Blah blah blah. I don't believe a word Lucian said to me today. But anyway, it was an interesting conversation.
Yes. So now I think you should, after this awesome interview you just made, and after we took a look at your crystal ball and your thoughts, we are now going to talk to one of our colleagues here in Imperia Online. He is a community manager, and the Arab world is his responsibility. So he has prepared some interesting information about the Arabian nations in the World Cup group phase. His name is Romel El Daye, and it is indeed an interesting name. Well, I hope that he will share with us the story of his name. So, of course, as I already mentioned, his responsibility is the Arabic community in our game. Very nice to see you here, Romel.
It's pleasant to see you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And our viewers here in chat are very kind to me, so it's a great day.
As usual.
Yeah,
and I see you have a new hairstyle today.
Yes, I do. So Romel is one of the new, let's say, recruits in our company, kind of new, but he immediately fit right in with us, for which we are very grateful. He is very open-minded and communicative. So, Rommel, you, as I mentioned, you have a very interesting name. We all know who Rommel is, the German marshal during the World War II.
Well, you got me on this.
His nickname was the Desert Fox.
Well, actually, it is. It's a long story because, as you know, and probably most of the people doesn't know, I'm half Lebanese, half Bulgarian. So my father, that his soul rest in peace, was Lebanese, and my mother, she is Bulgarian. So my father was born like around 1923, so he was he watched the life events of the World War II. Actually, he was a part of it as a part of the English back then, and as a part of the English army. He fought with General Montgomery against the Nazi German back then, but I don't know why he chose his, younger son to be named after Rommel, because he admired the Desert Fox. Actually, he admired the tactics of war and the way he prevent.
So what you're wondering is, why didn't he name his older son this way?
Well, his older son is named after a biblical, guy. So it's Zachariah, it's Zachari, which is other point of view of it. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Well,
so some kind of nostalgia, because I mean the war was on 45. I was born in 81. So
it's
long time.
Yeah, it's a great name nonetheless. So
thank you.
Now let's get on to business. So how are the Arabian nations doing in the World Cup group stage so far?
Well, so far as I can hear from Mitko, they are doing quite well for their abilities. We have been trying to motivate all the Arab groups and the three major groups, which are the Egyptian national team, the KSA, the Saudian national team, and of course the United Arab Emirates team. It's a bit of a mix over there with players, because as far as I know, a lot of the people who are playing for Saudi Arabia and for the United Arab Emirates are also Egyptians. So it's a sort of a small mixed Arab national team playing for the countries. And as far as we can see with them, I mean, in first group yeah, actually in the first group, which you can see Egypt and United Arab Emirates. I see that Egypt is on the fourth place and they have a one lost battle. So the other interesting issue about the Egypt national team is their leader, which is Raghda. And actually, it's a bit strange sometimes for people when they heard that in Arabic country the captain of the national team is actually Raghda. It's a she, and
that's very interesting.
yeah, as we can see, she is doing right. I mean, great. She's putting her great efforts to lead properly the team, and they are doing like real heroic thing. Even that they lost one war until now, but in a separated small wars, they have been gaining some good points, and they have been doing good. Also with the United Arab Emirate teams. Yesterday I got lots of pictures about a couple of fights with German guys, with Holland, from Holland guys,
Yeah.
which the Egyptian players won, and they were very proud with it, and they are putting a very big effort for this competition this year. And hopefully at the end we will have one Arabian team at the top 10.
Well, hopefully for you.
Well, yeah.
So, however, Egypt lost their first war.
They did.
How did this affect them, if it did?
Well, it actually there were a little bit disappointment in there, because I mean, first war, first going, lost it, but they recruit very, very, very fast. Their captain Raghda made it impossible to recruit them back, and they actually they take it with, you see, Arab people live by the honor. So they fight with honor.
Yes, of course.
They lose with honor. They everything with honor. So they took the laws. They took the things that they need to learn about this laws. And well, next time Spirit's gonna have a big problem probably with them. They're gonna have lots of problem with them.
And which one of the Arab countries, in your opinion, has the most chances to continue on the finals, and why?
Well, I'm betting most on those three major group: Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. Especially in Egypt, the guys from Egypt, because as you can see, most of the players are playing. I mean, we have from Egypt the 30 players are. All of them, they have points and they are playing active. It doesn't matter, some of them have less points, more of them have more points. Unfortunately, most of the 30 players from Saudi Arabia, they have 10 people that plays, the other guys are waiting. I don't know why they are waiting. Hopefully they will start playing the game as soon as they can, because otherwise they will fall out very, very, very fast. So my big expectation are really from Egypt and from Saudi Arabia and from United Emirates, exactly.
Well, that's actually not that particular of an answer, but I'll deal with it. A very diplomatic one.
Well,
So, can any of them try to go for something more than a place among the top 30, a medal maybe?
well, this is the effort that we're gonna try to. I mean, we are doing our best to get to this medal. Hopefully, we're gonna try all our best to do it this year, and especially to show everyone that they have place in this conquest, and I am sure that they're gonna surprise. They have this ability to surprise. You see, Arabic countries are very easy to swallow, but very hard to digest. So
Well,
I think that there will be
that's
some
a very
surprises.
nice statement. Well, so if you want to, you can wish something in Arabic to our viewers.
Well, in both cases, you know, I speak with them all the time. So يا شباب خلوا راسنا خلونا نرفع راسنا فيكم كلياتكم ونتمنى تكونوا بأول 10 يا رب إن شاء الله.
Now, after that very wise message, I think.
I think you got it all, right?
Of course I did. Well, thank you so much for being here and giving us your insight on what's going on in the Arabian teams. Hopefully, we are going to have you here again because you're very useful and resourceful. So, yes. Thank you, and
anytime, Vic,
please
thank you.
bring Mitko back. I will need him as well. So now it's time to have a look at the huge thing that some of you have been waiting for. As you probably remember, yesterday Mitko promised that today the viewer that we choose as a winner of the question we asked is going to get not 100 but 1,000 diamonds. And this viewer, this commentator, this commenter is Michael Schofield. The question we asked you yesterday is, what is the best way to remove a competitor nation in the World Cup group phase? He gave a very well structured answer. I'm not going to read the whole of it, but make sure to have a look at all of the comments. This time it was a very hard decision to make because all of the answers were very detailed, descriptive, and very adequate, to say the least.
But before just before we read what Michael said, let me just tell you guys that we now have more than 2,100 subscriptions.
How many do we have now?
Well, I think last time I counted them, they were exactly 2,100
so this means
subscriptions.
now we already
have
more.
So that means that Michael will receive
1,000 diamonds instead of 100. Yes. This is something I mentioned just because I think players have been waiting for it. So
congratulations, Michael.
Yeah, and it's not because you subscribed with several
5 accounts or 10 accounts or whatever. It's because other guys subscribe to our channel as well. So respect and congratulations to all of you. Thank you guys for being with us and for making Michael rich guy.
Yes.
In diamonds, but and in love and
he
friends,
is not the only one to get rich. Just wait after I read some parts of his answer, and then Mitko is going to give you the next question that can make you rich. So something that Michael says is, so you have a competitor country that wants the first, second or even third place in your group stage. It's best to keep your lower ranking players fortified and keep your resources in the vault. If you take a war with that country, you might be victorious, but still you won't change their net points. Best solution is to catch them unprepared and destroy their field army. So he goes on giving his advice on several other tactics that you may use, but all in all, a very good answer, and make sure you read it in the comments of yesterday's video. So now that, just as I mentioned, we are going to give you the next question, and Mitko is going to announce the amount of diamonds we're going to give you on Monday. You've got the whole weekend to prepare a great answer. Leave it in the comments after today's stream is over, and hopefully on Monday you're gonna hear your name here on the live stream. So, Mitko?
So, Vicky, first of all, again, congratulations to Michael, and thank you for everyone who have subscribed to our channel in the last 24 hours. Before I continue with the next question, I have an update about the Portugal expelled player.
Yes.
I have just received an information from directly from the Portugal team that the player whose name is Tolstikov was expelled before because he's not a Portuguese. He didn't answer personal messages. He didn't communicate with them. They guessed that he's probably from one of the Baltic states, and they basically removed him because they suspected that he was a mole. So there you go, Vicky. This is the first one, the first probably proven case of a mole expelled from one of the leading national teams on the World Cup group stage. Portugal removes their player Tolstikov for reasons of and suspects that he was a mole.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, the drama keeps
piling
on.
The drama keeps piling on. It keeps raising. So we are on the next question, the question which will be answered and which we will be awarded on Monday. So the question is of diplomatic nature today, and it again requires some thoughts, some moral dilemmas, some ethics decisions, and etc. So the question is, would you break an alliance if you know it will help you get a medal in the World Cup final?
And we're going to give how many diamonds for the best
answer? That's the new in the rules of the question. Again, if we make 2,200 subscriptions by Monday, the winner we will appoint for answering this question will again receive 1,000 diamonds. If we don't have 2,200 subscribers, we will give out 100 diamonds to the winner. So again, the question for Monday is, would you break an alliance if you know it will help you get a medal in the World Cup final?
Well, now, very exciting. Make sure if you decide to try out for the 1,000 diamonds we're going to give on Monday by entering in the competition with your answer, make sure you share our channel everywhere so that you can receive 1,000 instead of 100 diamonds on Monday. Yeah. Well, I think that's all for today.
Yeah, that's all for today.
Yet another hour has passed.
Before we close the show, I'm reading the live stream chat, and there you go. The speculations have started to circle around the players. They say that well, those are of course rumors. Players are suspecting that it was the Croatians who put the mole in the Portugal.
Well, the Croatians are making a name for themselves already.
So go figure. Yeah, this is the World Cup of Imperia Online, guys. Anything can happen, and we're glad that anything can happen.
Definitely.
So, what can I say? Try to conquer castles during the weekend. Kill each other. Don't sleep.
Russians
through the weekend, like the Croatians and the Russians will probably do. Pillage, wage wars, fight each other, have fun, and good luck in the World Cup group stage. We'll see you all on Monday when we will make our first group stage summarize. We will check out the stuff that happened in the first weekend of the group stage. So expect a lot of cool and interesting stuff in our Monday's show. So goodbye everyone, have a nice weekend and see you on Monday.